Today we're gonna be working on Leetcode question number 380. Insert, delete, get random. We're gonna implement these three functions for this randomized set class. So randomized set initializes the randomized set class. Bool insert is gonna insert an item value into the set if not present. Return true if the item was not present. Okay, that means like you were able to successfully insert it. False otherwise if the item was already present and you didn't do anything. Boolean remove. Boolean remove int value removes an item value from the set if present. So it's gonna remove it. Returns true if the item was present, false otherwise. And get random is gonna return a random element from the current set of elements. It's guaranteed that at least one element exists when this method is called. But when we are randomly selecting an element, every element should have a same probability. For this one, we're gonna be using an array list so that we can kind of using it as a set, but we also wanna based on where it is located, that would play a role in our algorithm. So we instead of just using the set, we'll be using the array list. Okay, and this is gonna be of integer. Let's call it nums. The other thing is gonna be the hash map, which is gonna be keeping record of like where it is located and where it is located and like what is the value. So for hash map, it's gonna be integer, integer. We're gonna call it locations. Okay, and the third one is the random one, so we will call it java dot utility dot random ran, which is gonna be equal to new java dot okay. So this is a random function we're gonna be using in order to get basically select the random element. Okay, when we are initializing it, this class, so inside the constructor we're gonna say initialize the nums, which is gonna be equal to new array list of integer, and the locations are gonna be equal to new. So it's gonna be a new hash map. uh, this location basically it keeps record of like what is the location of that number. So we're gonna initialize these two. So when we are inserting, right, when we are inserting, we're gonna check that whether in the locations, which is a hash map, does the key exist or not. Right, so let's call that answer as contain. So if it contains, right, if contain is true, basically we're going to be returning false, that we don't have to do anything, it's already in there. We can't reinsert it, right? Okay, the other one would be locations. If it does not in there, then we're going to put it in. So we're going to say value and the nums dot size. So we're gonna take the size of these nums, that how many elements we have put, and so we're gonna be putting it in, and that would be the location of that. We were gonna also put it into the nums. Oops. And then we're gonna be returning true. Inside the remove one, again we're gonna have a very similar logic. Inside this one we're gonna have contains key, a value. We're gonna check that out. Okay, and then we're gonna say call it contain, right? And then if the contain, if like say it is not true, right? That means it was not in there. In that case, we're just gonna return the false. Otherwise, if it was there, we're gonna get the location of that. Let's call it location. Okay. Once we have the location, we're gonna say that if the location is less than nums dot size minus 1, meaning if it is the last one, if the location is the last one inside the nums, right? Then sorry, if it is not the last one, because it's less than, it's not equal to that. If it is less than that, then we're gonna swap. Then we're gonna be actually overwrite the last one. Okay, so in last one, we're gonna have the last one equals to nums dot get nums dot size minus 1. So that's the last one, right? So basically we're getting the last one, and then we're gonna override it. Nums dot set this location, the value of the last one. Okay, and then we're gonna putting it the last one inside that location. So nums we are setting at the location, we are setting the last one, and the last one we are updating the inside the location we are updating the we are updating the location of that. uh, okay, then we're gonna be removing it from the logs first, and then we're gonna be removing it from the nums dot size minus 1. So we're gonna be removing the last element of the nums, which has to be the location 1, because we just updated that. Okay, and then we can return true. Get random is quite easy. It's just like we are gonna be saying that the nums dot get, we're gonna be using our rand function. It's called the next int, and we're gonna tell him what is the size of the, like how what is gonna be the maximum limit for that, and it's gonna just give us a random element from the nums. Looking good, and it works.